Is that it? Hey, there we go. That's not being stupid now. Yeah, I don't know how my device got changed in the settings. That's just a great start to all this. Thank you for the 18th month, Ripper. Sorry about the lost value in there. I probably owe you, like, what, 14 of those months? You can hear me now, right? Like, we all Gucci? Or are we still not good? That's the thing, I didn't. That's the best part of all this. I didn't touch a darn thing. Well, I guess you could assume it might have been something when I was setting up the feed for YouTube, but yeah, no, I didn't touch any of that. So, yeah, that was just like a setting I clicked separately. So, I don't know what to tell you. Gotta fucking love it, right? Fucking technology. Actually, I did see that, I think it's on Twitch now. There's like a new setting where, like, wants you to check it off if there's gonna be, like, consistent swearing. I'm honestly not sure if I should have checked that off or not. Maybe I should have. I don't know. It slips into my language so easily now. It's like, I don't even notice half the time when I do it. We might as well get started. So what you been up to, Ripper? How's this week been? Everything good at school? You know what? Screw it. Let's go hard. Yes. Let's see how horrible the the difficulty settings are for this game, considering they were absolute trash in Soul Hackers 2. Glasses yes or glasses no? Sure, wear glasses. Let's do it. 'Cause that's a setting. Hell yeah. Bro, I've been playing a decent amount of Monster Nox. I don't know if you had a chance to play it yet. Ease 9. Like, yeah, no, I'm into chapter 4, I think? Super enjoying it so far. Sweet. Did you get a chance to play 10 yet? I just picked up 10. I haven't had a chance to pop it in at all. Obviously, I'm waiting until I'm done 9. But 10 was on sale for the PS5 for like half off, so I was like, screw it. Kinda have to jump on that. Actually, I don't think I realized that the first time I played this game. That music sting, I think, was the Fire Emblem theme at the start there, or at least starting up to it. Monster Nox is super fun. Like, especially with the different abilities, you get to, like, travel around faster. Like, currently, so far, Adol gets, like, his little, like, grappling hook thing, which is whatever. There's a character that you get that lets you run up walls. And then there's another one that gives you, like, flight. I've got those 3 right now. Along with one that gives you, like, detective vision from Batman Arkham, which that one I'm a little on, because it seems a bit cheaty, since so much of the game is exploring and trying to find, like, the different treasures and whatnot, and little points of interest. Having detective vision kind of ruins that for me a little bit. And so 5 years later... Dun dun dun. 5 years later, we have Atlas. That's how Atlas was born. Yane. Yeah, no. Wasn't super feeling it today. Shouldn't you be at work? Thanks for hopping in, hon. Fair enough. I'm game for that. Yeah, no, there you go, honey. You're having hot flashes. Let's get out of there. Come on. It's only 3 hours of protected time. Just hop out of there. Also, I'm just going to say, like, already this game has such a better vibe to it than Soul Hackers 2. Specifically in the back room. Bro, like, yo, it is so ridiculous at our job, right? Like, straight up. You can feel the difference in temperature walking from the sales floor to our back room. Like, it's drastic, and we're backroom associates. So, like, we're back there constantly. Like, it is ridiculous. Like, you swear there's no air conditioning in that building at all until you find, like, the air duct and you stand right in the path of the, vent. That's basically the only way you're feeling anything.
それにしても遅いな、トーマ。ん?
All topic conversations. They can't call it a phone? Has to be called a topic? Don't worry. Here he goes. God, I remember playing this on the Wii U back in the day. Like, that was its whole freaking gimmick on the Wii U, was that all the, like, phone conversation stuff happened on the gamepad. Oh, that was ridiculous.
翼?
Alright, hon. Don't work yourself too hard. Also, I don't know how it looks on stream, but I'm like, holy crap. I didn't realize how low resolution this game was. Like, look, sitting, like, right up on top of it, I'm like, everything looks blurry. Hopefully it looks okay on stream with a slightly, smaller view window. I like the RPG game logic of I can't talk to this woman who's clearly, like, 2 feet away from me over a wall. I have to run around to her. Oh yeah, I get to check out the posters, don't I? Masquerader Raiga. One of Millennium. It's the Idol audition being held here today. The line is made up of people waiting to get into this. I remember a lot of the game being like this, though, honestly. From my recollection. And there you go. I think I might have actually played without glasses the first time. If I remember correctly. I know Ripper would probably be offended by that.
トーマが遅れてるんだ。だからしばらくここで時間を潰すつもり。トーマくんね。翼？そういえば今度キリアが渋谷のど真ん中でライブやるって知ってる？すごいよね。
And now we know why she's here. Kira. From Death Note? Light Yagami's here? Is he gonna be eating potato chips?
キリアは今や日本の女性トップアーティストだよ。いつきくんも聞こうよ。
気が向いたら。
約束だよ。
はいはい。
はいはい、
その生返事
yes, yes.
聞く気ないよね。はあ、いつきくんは幼馴染なんだから、もっと私のお願いを真剣に聞くべきだと思う。決めた。キリア聞かなかったらパフェをおごってもらいます。もちろん特大の。
それくらいならおごるけど、そこまでキリアを布教しなくても。
Because she wants to fangirl out, duh.
だって私、いつきくんとキリアの話したいもん。
Yeah, see? It's pretty understandable.
まあ、キリアの話は置いといて、話を戻すと、翼って大玉で何か用事？
うまくごまかせたと思ったのに。
Not at all.
いや
That shocked face just
新世代のアイドル発掘オーディションワンオブミレニアムに出場予定の方は受付まで集合してください。
Oh, that's right. This was the tryouts for that.
大変休養を思い出した。行かなきゃ。そういうわけだから。
Gee, I wonder what she's doing. I have no idea.
翼?
So something's going on in the back. If Toma's going to be a while, I might as well check it out. Uh-oh. The Grim Reaper from Persona 3 was following me. I don't know how I feel about that. That is true, but the glasses do add something for sure. Oh yeah, have any of you guys pre-ordered your $250 Rido Special Edition yet? Been seeing it get passed around a lot recently. Oh shit. There's our girl. I can't believe she's doing this.
翼?
I'm Mies deplete you. What could she possibly be doing? How oblivious is Itsuki? Like, real talk. Like, you could read this from a mile away. Whoa, what's possibly going on? Oh shit.
Huh?
Saw that Grim Reaper again. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. I'm happy enough with the game at this point, honestly. Like, I would love a Goto plush, but I don't think I don't think we'll lose any sleep over not having it. Maybe see if someone sells the plush separately. But again, most people buy those things and they don't even open them. Oh boy. And get those best views, huh? There we go. I mean, there is a Rideout statue, but honestly, I don't know if you've seen it. There's a Bandai, I think their figure line's called like SH figure arts or something like that. But they did a Ride Out figure with Goto. It's like fully posable and stuff. It's actually super nice looking. Like, honestly, I would rather just have that than a statue. And, you know, obviously the plushie is nice. I would take the plushie, but... Oh, good, Phoenix. Welcome, welcome. You just missed me throwing down the band hammer. Hey, this is getting creepy. Why is he talking about my sister? Also, I don't know if anyone else has been keeping an eye on this, but it made me remember because of the whole Ride Out thing. That's one of those games, if you get the Switch 2 version, the game's not even on the cartridge. Like, that's seemingly like how most of the Switch 2 games are at this point. Like, I was already kind of leaning towards sitting out on it, on the whole system, honestly. But it's like, man, like, apparently if you buy the Switch 1 version, you get the whole game on the cartridge. But if you buy Switch 2, it's a download, basically, on the cart. Like, what's even the point at that point? I'll just download it. Like, I already got the Steam version pre-ordered. I'm just going to play it on my Steam Deck and on my PC. Real big man sitting here bringing up my missing fucking sister. Like, I'm about to say, is no one questioning this guy being a straight asshole? Bet you're depressed because you're missing sister. I mean, that's the thing, though, honestly. By the time it's out of fashion, you're going to be able to use it even now. Like, everything's just getting more expensive. I think Xbox just raised up all their console prices like $100 a piece. Like, that's just ridiculous. Also, can we just talk about how creepy this dude is, by the way? Like, between the beady eyes and him just talking about our missing sister. Wait, what? Excuse me? Oh shit. Oh shit. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, honestly. Like, honestly, so much in gaming has kind of like been outpriced for me at this point that I just don't care. Like, I'm trying to think, like, in terms of big fancy games, I can't remember the last time I actually went out and bought a new game at full price. And, like, honestly, most big budget games don't interest me at this point. Like, they're all cookie cutter, like, uninspired, kind of trashy, you know, like popcorn entertainment type stuff. Like, honestly, I'd rather play games like this and, you know, lower end stuff that I can play on my PC pretty easily. Like, this whole thing with, like, games being, like, $80, $90 now is just friggin', it's ridiculous. Like, do I love Mario Kart? Absolutely. Is Mario Kart an $80 or $90 game? Absolutely not. Like, it's not, it's just not. If Persona 6 came out today and was $90, I would probably still sit here and wait for a discount. Like, straight up. The only reason I'm getting Ride Out is because it was only $50. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah, it should be, yeah. Totally. But no, it's gonna be $90, and you know there's gonna be DLC for it. They did it with the last one. Like, I feel like you just get nickeled and dimed, right?
一体何が起こって。翼！
Tsubasa! I don't know why him yelling out Tsubasa like that just reminded me of watching Inuyasha back in the day.
助けに行かないと。
Where you got friggin' Inuyasha, you know, screaming out to Kagome, and Kagome screaming out to him. Let's touch the gate. Where are we heading? But yeah, no, like, you would have to be crazy if you bought, like, let's say, like, the new Assassin's Creed or something comes out next year. It's, like, $90. Like, and on top of that, you're gonna have microtransactions. Like, no, screw it. Like, I already don't want to touch the game. Now you're gonna put even a bigger barrier of entry in front of it. You can keep it. I know, right? Like, it's just crazy. Like, and the thing that's crazy to me is the price keeps going up, but I swear the quality of games outside, I'm not talking about the graphics. I mean the actual quality of the game being provided, like how fun it is, the gameplay, everything else. It doesn't really seem like it's really going up that high, you know? They're spending all this time making these games look like photos and no time on how the game actually plays. I'm having more fun playing, you know, Ys 9 than I was playing Silent Hill 2 Remake. And, yeah, no, at the end of the day, it's a low-end graphic game, but it's just fun. I'd rather play games that are fun. I know that might be a controversial statement, but I don't need everything to look photorealistic. You know? Like, I would gladly take 100 games that looked like this with different varying gameplay that was all fun over anything that they're putting out now in the AAA market. Exactly. Like, that's the thing. I remember, man, I remember when I first got my PS3, right? When I first got my PS3 was the last time that I felt like I was really getting my money's worth out of like a new generation of systems. Because one of the first games I played was Fallout 3. And I remember that, you know, like, I'd never played an open world game before, right? So, like, being able to, like, wander that game world was, like, mind-blowing to me. You know, I'm sure a lot of people had the same feeling with the different games that generation, because that was really the first time we got open world games. Now everything's an open world game for no reason. I mean, Siri, you gotta remember at this point, $80 games for their kids, the kids aren't playing them. The kids are getting a $400, $500, $700 tablet, and they're sitting with a tablet in front of them. Like, that's the thing. I don't feel like a lot of younger kids are actually playing video games anymore. They're tablet kids now. They're basically squeezing us dry. Like, it's gotten bad enough, like, honestly, me and Jasmine have had the conversation for a while now of, like, if we have kids, like, how do we avoid becoming tablet parents? You know? And I don't have a problem with kids having tablets. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I get it. I grew up with technology. I'm not trying to sit here and being like, oh, yeah, leave him in the rain, doing everything. But, like, I'm not against kids having technology to some extent, but, like, yo, some of the stuff I've seen. I was at work a couple months ago, right? And I'm working in the board game aisle. And I have this father and I'm guessing his son come up, and the son's in the car, and he's got a tablet, right? And the father's literally telling him, you can get whatever you want on this board game wall, right? Like, free reign. If you tell me you want it, I am getting it for you. The kid couldn't even be bothered to look up from the tablet. Like, didn't respond, completely ignored his father. And I can't remember what he said, but he said something, and eventually I kind of gave him a response. And he's like, oh, I can't, you know, well, thanks. I can't get a response on my own kid, but at least I got something out of you. Because he, like, cracked a joke or something. And finally, his kid chuckled. That's the most interaction he got out of his kid the entire time. Because he wouldn't stop looking at his tablet. I'm like, that's sad. Like, I'm not criticizing anyone's, you know, parenting skills or whatnot, but it's like, holy crap. Like, that is just insane to me.
今の声は
I am getting major Soul Hackers 2 flashbacks. Just looking at, like, the layouts of the dungeons. I know this game is far better. But it's like, you really start drawing the comparisons after you've played them both. I like how they just, like, F out of there super quick. Give me your power. Wait, what? Well, this isn't creepy in the least. This is like the most violent Persona awakening ever. Next Persona game, the Personas don't awaken out of you. They chase you down, demanding your power. I want your essence, kid. Give it to me.
Huh? Tsubasa!
Give it to me. Give me now. Really is a violent Persona awakening. Yeah. Well, like I said, just like how disconnected they are from anything going on around them. To me, that's like the sad and dangerous thing of it. Like, I have no problem with kids with tablets. I really don't, or technology in general, but at the end of the day, if you're that disconnected socially that you can't pay attention to anything but your tablet, that's a problem. Especially at that young of an age. Like, it needs to be moderated. It is what it is. I mean, there's a lot of adults that suffer from phone addiction. Like, it's something that affects everyone to some extent. So, I mean, how much more so for a child, you know? Oh, so I just shoved my essence into him. That's kind of funny. It's BDSM Crom.
翼を助けるにはどうすれば。
Like I said, like, there's definitely positives and negatives to every form, but yeah, no. The tablet stuff to me is just crazy at this point. I had the, like, when me and Jasmine were talking about it, we were having this argument too. I think it's actually worse that it's connected to the internet. Because, like, obviously I was a game system kid, right? Like, I remember I always had a Game Boy with me. Like, family gatherings and whatnot, I would have a Game Boy if I wasn't really, you know, interactive with anyone. I'd just be on my Game Boy. So, like, yeah, no, I was exhibiting some of the same behaviors, but it's like, I ran out of stuff to do eventually, or I got bored. You know, you have a tablet with an internet connection, like, yeah, no, you're just gonna be on that tablet, just finding anything new. And then you get into the dark rabbit hole that is YouTube Kids. Like, that's a cesspool in and of itself. How did you know to do this? And now it's time for our magical girl transformation. Yeah, no, I didn't really get hit with that, so, like, yeah, no, a lot of the time I was just on my systems. I ain't gonna lie, my parents were pretty light on me a lot of the time. Like, probably to my detriment. Up until I started working, honestly, I was pretty socially stunted. Because, yeah, no, I remember there were a lot of gatherings. I'd just be on my Game Boy the entire time. Especially if I was in the middle of playing Pokemon. Like, yeah, no, I'm done. Like, I'm nowhere there.
もしかしてさっきの青いお化けみたいな人。
ああ、気づいたら剣になっていた。
嘘だろ。
I mean, after everything you've seen, is a talking sword really that surprising?
大丈夫だ。俺がついてる。行くぞ。
Oh shit, we actually did combat already. See, honestly, this is part of the reason why I decided to gravitate towards Tokyo Mirage Sessions over doing Persona 4. Was when Ripper reminded me of, like, how long that freaking intro is.
難しいかも。走れ、ナイト。
Like, I love Persona 4, but holy crap. Like, every Persona game past 2, the intros are so long. Zio? Sucks that we don't have sessions yet, but whatever. Oh yeah, no, like, some of the actual sessions that you can do later on in the game, I remember just racking up massive combos off of them. And I said there's so many things this game does better than Soul Hackers 2. But, like, yeah, no, like, the whole Sabbath system is horrible. Like, it doesn't give you enough of a bonus to it, honestly, in my opinion. Like, it's not as flashy as the Sessions. I feel like I'm going to be spending a lot of this time playing this game just comparing it to the Soul Hackers 2, unfortunately. But, like, yeah, no, like... Oh, what the hell happened to that game? The thing that annoys me is I could see it being good. If they made it more lighthearted and more flashy like this game was, I feel like it would have been fine. Like, it needed more fun.
まだ状況が理解できんが、俺の名がクロムということだけは覚えている。
クロムか。ありがとう。おかげで翼を助けることができた。俺はイツキ。
I'm trying to remember what they added to the Switch version. Because I played the Wii U one back in the day. I know they added something, but I can't remember what. Besides just putting the topic on the
こちら
main
こそ礼
screen.
を言わせてくれ。お前の内に秘めた輝きが俺の闇を払ってくれたんだ。ありがとう。そしてよろしく、イツキ。
Itsuki.
ああ、よろしく、クロム。
Good shit. And we already got a little bit of gameplay within the first hour.
シーダ、あなたは翼という名前なの？え、はい。オリベ翼、18歳です。
Let me give you my full rundown.
ごめんなさい、翼。
I'm 5'11", 150 pounds.
怖かったわよね。
それは、はい。確かに怖かったです。でも、あなたがいなかったら、今頃どうなってたかわからないから。ありがとうございます、シーダさん。
シーダでいいわ。翼は優しい子ね。
それで結局クロムたちって何者？俺たちを襲ったり助けたり。
待ってくれ。俺はなぜ自分がここにいるのかすら
The
わから
thing
ない
they
んだ。
do in here.
シーダもですか？
私も思い出そうとはしてるのだけど。
そっか。どうしよう、いつきくん。
それだが、できるだけ早く脱出した方がいい。あれが
クロムの言う通りだ。詳しいことは生き延びてから考えよう。
Can't wait to get my girl. Because, yeah, no, Tsubasa was not my girl in this game. Like, I like Tsubasa, but... Yeah, no. Give me Kira.
ありがとう。
Fair. See, my thing with the Wii U was when that came out. This is my snake bite, right? So when I first started working, I'm like, I want to get all the systems as they're coming out. You know, I got my own money now. I want to buy, you know, these new systems, right? Because I was always like most of a generation behind with stuff because I was getting like secondhand stuff or hand-me-downs and whatnot. It's like, yeah, no, I'm going to stay up to date with stuff now. First system that came out after I started working, if I remember correctly, was the Wii U. So I had a Wii U on launch day with, like, next to no games. And then literally right after that, it was the Vita. Like, yeah, no, it was a 1-2 punch of failed systems. Like, it was ridiculous. I think that's part of the reason why I gravitated towards the Vita so hard. So I was like, damn it, I'm not wasting this purchase. I remember I went so hardcore on the Vita. I actually, if I remember correctly, there was like a deal. If you pre-order the specific version of the Vita, you got the system like a week earlier than its actual launch. So I remember I actually had that thing a week before it was supposed to come out in the States. So that was pretty cool. And then quickly it's like, yeah, no, there's nothing to play on this thing. Like, I finished Uncharted and it's like, okay, what do I do now? Ooh. Probably need to heal up. By the way, I'm also playing on hard. I don't know how noticeable it's actually going to be. That's actually one of the things I wanted to check out, because I know Soul Hackers 2 hard was just kind of unfair.
怖くないやあこれ
So I want to see how this is on hard.
一歩一歩着実に
But yeah, no, I picked 2 winners right at launch. And then I stopped doing that. Like, I think the next thing that came out after that was the Xbox
クロムを
One.
通して新たな
And I avoided that
戦い方
thing for the longest time.
これが
And then PS4, I waited, I think, like, I want to say it was almost a year after launch. Yeah, it seems like it so far. I mean, obviously, it's just the tutorial level, but it's like... Yeah, no, the fact that I'm only half paying attention and I didn't die there...
この力
Yeah, no, it seems a little more forgiving.
翼いいかしら
I got my first session skill. Which I think means I technically unlock sessions now. Hit me with that, Dia. I do like the menus in this game, too. That's another... Like, I feel like, it's pretty common now for Atlas games to have, like, very attractive-looking menus. But I feel like that kind of started with Tokyo Mirage Sessions, weirdly enough. Hey, how's it going, Exist Without Saving? Welcome to the stream. You have, Miss Serial Momba there. MOBA? Oh my god. It's been so long since I actually said your whole name out loud, Siri. Serial MOBA to thank for, Tokyo Mirage here. So I was trying to figure out what the world I was going to stream. But yeah, no, I feel like this game really started that whole thing with Atlas games just having really attractive menus. I always liked this. With, like, all the different characters as you add them to the party. Like, it's not as over the top as, like, Persona 5 or anything like that, but, you know, I always thought it was quite attractive for a RPG menu
まだ
at
気
the
づい
time.
てないみたいだよ
こんなところで死にたくない。
その技でいきましょう
仕入れろ。
私から行くね
Yeah, and I feel like that kind of gets lost a lot of the time, because I know a lot of people talk about the menus nowadays.
それよ
But everyone kind of picked up on it after Persona 5.
うわー
Wow.
えいあれ苦手なんだよ
自信を持てお前なら勝てる
これだな。
Just feels so weird because I know the last time I played this, like I've only beaten this game once, but obviously by the end you have so many sessions, you're doing such big combos.
どうもです。
It feels so weird going back to the beginning here. It's like, oh man, where's my combos? Yeah, that's fair. It just seems weird to me because, like, if you know anything about either franchise, like, this game really doesn't bear much resemblance to either outside of, you know, the little references and all. And that's weird, because I don't typically like strategy games, but Fire Emblem's the one strategy game that I'm like, yeah, no, I can play Fire Emblem. I love Fire Emblem. Any other strategy game? Nah, not generally my thing. And there have been some that I've really wanted to get into, but it's just never been for me. Let's be boss house sign. Alright, I thought I remember there possibly being some side content as well.
こんなところで死に
Because
た
I
く
do
ない。
remember I started playing the Switch version at one point, just a little bit. But it didn't really, like, it didn't grab me at that point.
いつきくんと一緒に帰るんだ
やった。
私のやりさばき
There
つ
we
い
go.
てきて。この一撃
Take
で
him out.
クロムの言う通りにすれば。
Actually, isn't that what you were streaming last time you streamed, Siri? Fairy Fencer? If I remember correctly.
やっぱり怖いかも
倒してしまえば怖くないわ
He's not weak to that, so there's no point in wasting MP. But yeah, it's one of those weird things I always like to tell people, like, try different games, you know?
足を引っ張らないようにしないと
That's fair. It's nice having games like that, though, honestly.
ここは一体な手加減な大成功
I go through phases with games where I get obsessed with them, but honestly, after a while, I lose the information. Like, for the longest time, I was actually pretty big into Danganronpa. But that was before the third game came out, and after I played the third game once, I just kind of stopped. That's fair. Honestly, it's funny. So, I have my friend over, right? And, like, we game online a lot. But, he's not over my house that often. And I was sitting here showing him, like, the whole setup. And when he realized what the lighting conditions were like to actually stream and, like, get proper lighting and whatnot for, like, my face. Yeah, no, he understood why I needed those gunner glasses back then. Like, my eyes have adjusted to it now. But, like, there's a light almost within arm's reach of my hand here. That's just, like, blasting in my face the entire time I'm streaming. Between that and the social battery. Last week it was the social battery, I ain't gonna lie. I hit that 2-hour mark. And yeah, no, since it's been so long since I've been streaming consistently, I was just wiped.
あそこか。こんなところで死にたくない。
Like I said, like, that's the thing that annoys me about Soul Hackers 2, since it was the same team that made it. But it was just missing everything that made it fun. Like, Mirage Sessions is just fun. It doesn't take itself overly serious. It's just a good time. And it feels like they decided that, oh no, we're going to be dark because it's a proper SMT game now, then it just lost all the fun of this. Here's a weird thing. I actually really like V3. I like the meta ending. But for whatever reason, that was just where my fixation with it died. There wasn't anything, I wasn't mad leaving that game. Because I know there were a lot of people that were really mad at the end of V3. I wasn't one of them. I actually really liked it. I kind of understood. He was done with the series. Like, okay, that's a fun way to end it. But for whatever reason, I got that closure. I guess that's what it was. I had that closure of being like, yeah, no, I feel like this is it. And I just let it go. Like, I have not gone back to play any of those games since. I've been tempted to replay Ultra Despair Girls, because actually, that's another one I know is quite contentious, but I really love Ultra Despair Girls. But yeah, no, I haven't been back playing those games since.
それはパフォーマだ。おそらく
パフォーマ
あなたたち人間のみが持つ内なる力、そして
オーディションの司会者はこのパフォーマーを狙って人
You
をさら
finally
っていたの
figured it
か。
out.
でもこれキラキラしてて綺麗だね
翼の中からもパフォーマーの輝きを感じるわ。
I should hope so. Didn't she technically have Itsuki cram it into you to save you?
人間の持つ力か。
Like, I can't remember the plot specifics, but I'm pretty sure that's what got shoved into Crom and, what was it, Seda? Should probably heal up, too. See, that's another thing, though. I stayed away from the fan community. I ain't gonna lie.
俺を構えろ、いつき。
Like, I very quickly identified that a lot of that community was, I guess I would say, a little too into it. And I kind of, like, backed away from the community. So I kind of, I enjoyed it on my own, put it that way. Yeah, no, sometimes I have a good tendency of doing that, like, depending on the community. Like, I never get super involved with the communities, but some of them, I look at them and I'm like, let me just super stay away from it, you know? I feel like there are a lot of people with Danganronpa that got way too into the whole series. As fun as it is. Let's see if we can take him out. Ooh, that's gonna be close. Well, yeah, I can take him out with Tsubasa. Wish we could have taken him out there, though. I'm starting to run out of SP. Or EP, technically. Yeah. And like that's normally where I'm at with the communities for anything. Like, I'll consume the content, but I'm not actively involved. But yeah, no, with Danganronpa, I was like, yeah, no, even the created content, I kind of kept it at arm's reach. Wouldn't mind eventually going back, though. I need to do Rain Code. Like, I meant to, you know, I really want to get into Rain Code when that came out. And then I just got distracted. Because, like, a lot of the stuff that people that worked on that did afterwards, I really enjoyed. Because I think a lot of people that worked on Danganronpa did Somnium Files as well, right? Or was that the 999 guys? Like, the Zero Escape. Either way, I really liked AI. And I like the look of Rain Code. I just never got around to it. Really go for any of these. Let's get rid of him. I can't wait to get like 10 session long combos going. I'm already getting that itch. I should probably heal here. Yeah, but I don't blame them either, because it's kind of hard when you're that into something to realize that you could be ruining it for other people, you know? That's why my strategy with it is always just to back away if I realize there's a lot of that going on, you know? Like, I don't want to ruin the fun for anyone else, it's just, yeah, no, I don't need to be here with it. See, and I think that's where I differ from a lot of the fan base. The reason that I like Alternate Spirals as much as I do, around that time when it released on the Vita, there were all these really horrible, like, first and third person shooters coming out. Like, we didn't have a good one. And I remember that game came out, and, like, unironically, I like the way it plays. And like you said, like, is the story great? No, there's holes in it. but I enjoyed the story enough that it didn't take me out of the game, and I just really liked playing it. Like, I liked the gameplay. Like, and I don't know if it would hold up. Like, if I think I have the Steam version, because I was intending to play it on my Steam Deck. Like, I don't know if, like, I played it on there. Obviously, it's no longer on a Vita, and it's like, I have so many better options. Maybe I would feel differently about it now. But I remember actually really liking the gameplay. And the music. But the music throughout the series is just great, so, I mean, there's no reason that would have changed. And it's all good. Paragraphs are completely fine. Just understand it's going to take me a second to read it. But yeah, no, I really like that as a... I really liked Ultra Despair Girls as a game, for sure. It's really a shame we never got it on the Switch. Like, they brought out all the other Danganronpa games. Like, I don't understand why they never ported over Ultra Despair Girls. Of course, again, there's a lot of stuff I never understood why it never came out on anything else, like the Persona dancing games. Like, why didn't we ever get a portable version of those? Like, release them on Steam, like something. Like, those games need to be out there for people. Alright, and Zio. If I remember correctly, it was basically I enjoyed Ultra Despair Girls as a game, at least on the Vita when I played it, because we didn't have a lot of good first and third person shooters. And I'm curious if I ever do replay that game, if I actually still like it as much as I did back in the day because of it being on the Vita. But what about the Mickey D's ads, Ripper? How are you going to know about their new McCrispy? Trust me, I'm getting to that point too. Let's see. Nope, don't have anything weakness. But yeah, no, I would be interested to revisit Ultra Despair Girls. I'm just afraid if I do, I'm just gonna be like, oh yeah, no, this isn't as good as I remember it being. But there's a lot of games like that, honestly, that I feel like if you play them on their like intended system, they're quite good for where they're at. But if you try and play it on anything newer or afterwards, it kind of gets muddled how good it was for the time. That's how I always felt about Sonic Adventure on the Dreamcast. Because, like, I remember I played that back in the day, and I was amazed. Like, that game was amazing. And to hear the amount of hate that it gets these days is kind of crazy. But then it's also like, yeah, no, we've had so much iteration on that game past when it came out. That's like, yeah, no, you're not looking at that game as being a game that came out in 1998. You know, the same year that, like, Ocarina of Time came out. You're looking at it from context of you played it on the GameCube in like 2003 when Mario Sunshine was like the shit. Yeah, and I get that. Like, trust me, I get it, but I feel like if they leaned into it, it would have made it better. You know? Like, they should have known who they had making the game and just leaned into it. Like, I was already of the opinion, because I'm a big Soul Hackers 1 fan, that at the end of the day, I knew you were never going to be able to capture that lightning in the bottle again, because Soul Hackers 1 was such a product of its time that it's already passed, you know? Like, you're not getting that, like, 90s, you know, cyberpunk-ish, future-ish feeling back. It's gone. Like, lean into something else. I like the whole idea of the AI. Like, okay, that's kind of current. That's something technology-related. Cool. But I feel like you could have leaned more into a brighter style like this. I'm not saying go full goofy, but lean more into this. Like, those bar scenes in Soul Hackers 2 felt so forced. Like, they were trying to be adult, but it didn't feel like their heart was in it. And I hated reading them, honestly. Like, honestly, it just felt very half-assed. Like they didn't even want to be doing them. So, yeah, no, I would much prefer they just went goofy, and that's coming from someone who's a fan of the first, you know, game in this series that they're trying to revive. I'd rather them go goofy. Like, do your own thing at this point. Let's do it. What's the worst that could happen? He says before his untimely death. Tsubasa! I must say, I love how creepy this dude is, by the way. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. So on the SMT subreddit, some dude did a an early April Fool's where it was like a fake ad for a second version of Soul Hackers 2, and they were calling it like Soul Hackers 2 Overclocked. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't fact check, I didn't do anything, I just immediately got mad. I just, like, Jasmine bore the brunt of a full-on rant about how ticked off I was about them even bothering with that game at this point. Like, thinking that they were going to do, like, an updated version. Like, I got irrationally mad. That game is on sale, by the way, right now if you want it. It's like $7 on certain websites, like, for the physical copy, too. Like, $7. I have never seen an Atlas RPG get that cheap. Like, they're not all expensive games, you know, years later, but, like, that game's, like, what, 3 years old at this point? 2, 3 years old? And it's, like, sub-bargain bin. Oh, it's such a shame. That game had potential. Lighten up the mood. Add in, like, 100 more demons. Would have been great. I like how he just shows up out of nowhere, like, arms crossed, and this, like, craziness, just like, sup. Yeah. You see that? Yeah. Literally, like, no one knew what to expect from TMS. And yeah, no, we'd gone so long, and it's like, well, it's going to... Honestly, here's the thing. Honestly, Ripper should be more pissed off about any of this. Because, like, yeah, no, when they announced it, it's like, yeah, no, it's a combination between SMT and Fire Emblem. It literally should have just been a big-budget console Devil's Survivor. Like, honestly, that's immediately what I had in mind when they announced this game. Was it was literally just going to be Devil Survivor gameplay, but with characters from Fire Emblem and SMT. And then, yeah, no, I ain't gonna lie, even I was like, what the world, when we got the teaser for Tokyo Mirage Sessions, when they showed off what it finally became. I'm like, what is this? Like, I didn't hate it, but it's like, I was blindsided. Like, this doesn't look like either franchise. Like, what are you doing? But I feel like it worked. They just did their own thing. I mean, yeah, but let's face it, that was the Wii U in general. That was the entire generation for Nintendo. They didn't know how to advertise. No one knew what the heck a Wii U was. So yeah, no, on top of that, let's release this, like, poorly understood Japanese RPG. Yeah. I still remember going in to pick up my, my special edition copy. Wait, hold on a second, actually. Hold on 1 second. I'll pull it out. My special edition. It really wasn't. I don't even think it was that much more expensive. I think it has like the art book with it. But like, yeah, no. I remember going in to pick this up. They didn't even know they had it. Like, legitimately, I went in there, I'm like, I'm here to pick this up. They're like, what are you talking about? They had to scurry through the entire store when they realized I actually legit had a pre-order for this. GameStop didn't even know this game came out that day. Like, it was ridiculous. It was the only copy they got in. I think even of, like, this, I don't even know if they got, like, standard copies in. And I went to go pick it up after work. That was, like, 5 o'clock in the evening that I went to go pick that up on launch day, and no one knew it was there. Like, that's how bad it was. I mean, honestly, I'm kind of in line with you, Ripper. I fell out of love with special edition stuff, but when it comes to stuff like this, where it's like a slightly bigger box and a art book or something like that, I'm kind of fine with it. At this point, if it's like a big box special edition, nah. Yeah, pretty much. Because nobody wants it. Like, it's sad. It's a good game. But even to this day, I don't feel like this game's really found its audience fully, you know? Yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier. Like, honestly, I feel like I'm getting priced out of this hobby at this point. Like, I'm so over the current price of things. Like, I'm not spending $90 or $80 on freaking Mario Kart. So, like, even the normal versions of these games are getting to the point where I'm tapping out. Like, there's just no point. And, like, if we're talking about, like, freaking, like, AAA games, like Ubisoft slop and whatnot, like, no. No way in hell. I mean, that's the thing. It's like, can you, like, could I afford a new game? Yes, I could, but it's like, it's so irresponsible at this point, you know? It's no longer just a little, like, oh, you know, it's like a $50 purchase for, like, a new game or something like that, or a $60 purchase for a new game. It's now a commitment. You know, like, I need to make sure my financials are in very solid positioning before I make a purchase. And that's when it's getting to the point where it's like, no. Like, I've been building up my Steam library on the cheap. That's pretty much what I've been doing recently. And, like, that's so bizarre for me at this point. Like, I've spent years, like, you probably get a little feel for it, but I'm a game collector. I have been since I was, like, 15. Like, I've never really gone digital for anything. And here I am at this point, like, more and more games aren't on the media that they're selling it to us for. They're charging us out the nose. And it's like, what's the point? I would rather just get the digital. You're already telling me I don't own the game. Just give me the digital. Like, I don't care. I'll get it on my PC. Like, Xbox just upped the charging for their systems by $100. Who's paying $700 for an Xbox at this point? You couldn't get anyone to buy an Xbox at $400 when they had them a couple of years ago when they were doing, like, their sales and whatnot. But you're gonna up it to $600? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing, too. Like, eventually, I still want to get a Wii, or a Switch, Wii U, too. I have a feeling it might end up being close to a Wii U, too, but... Yeah, no, like, eventually, I'm going to want a Switch, too. Like, that's just the sad thing of it. They have me by the balls. Like, yeah, no, if I want a PlayStation game, I can wait for it to come to PC. if I want an Xbox game, it's out day one on PC. I'm going to want, you know, the new Xenoblade at some point. Like, whenever they do a new Xenoblade Chronicles game, I'm going to want to play the new Xenoblade Chronicles game. As crappy as they have been off and on recently, I still go through my Pokemon phases. Like, I know eventually I'm going to want this damn thing. But for the, like, $450, like, no. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's where I'm at with my girlfriend. Because I'm like, yeah, no, I don't really want to get this thing. But she's like, but I need my Tomodachi life. And I'm like, damn it. Like, yeah, no, that Tomodachi life announcement kind of got her going. So I'm like, yeah, no, I know we're getting this darn thing eventually. But it's like, yeah, no, like, I don't see any point in owning, like, when they do, like, a PS6, I don't care. Like, whatever, I don't even care about this current Xbox. Like, yeah, see? See? Showed up immediately. As soon as we talked about Tomodachi Life, even though she's at work, she shows up. But yeah, no, like, I don't care about these new systems. Has 5 total games. How many of those are actually exclusive? Like, I ain't gonna lie. I own a decent number of PS5 games, mostly because I got them cheap. Like, honestly, that's the thing. Like, that's the last PS5 game I bought was, East 10 Nordics. Because it was on sale. I wanted it on the PC, but I'm like, oh, well, it's on sale for half off on PS5, so, I mean, I'll pick it up on there just so I can play it. Like, that's the only reason I pick up PS5 games. It's just, there's no point. Like, what's exclusive? Like, Demon Souls? You got the Demon Souls remake. That's exclusive still. And I think Astrobot. Like, Astrobot and the Demon Souls remake are the only 2 things I have that are actually exclusive. Fair. I mean, Baldur's Gate 3 is friggin' amazing, from my understanding. I keep waiting. Me and my friends are supposed to be playing it together, but it just hasn't materialized yet. Yeah, no, that's the thing. Like, I can play it on my Steam Deck. Which is also great. Like, honestly, that's the other thing. Like, the Steam Deck has been, like, crazy for that type of stuff. Just do cleave. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start up Baldur's Gate 3 campaign eventually. Maybe when I'm done Monster Nox. Because I always need a break between East games. Hey, Ripper. Here's a fun one for you I was thinking about earlier. Because I know you played Lacrimosa of Dana, right? What is the difference between that and an Assassin's Creed game? When you really get, like, if you put all the features of it on a piece of paper, like, are they not actually, like, freakishly similar in terms of what they offer between, like, the open world, the collectibles, cartography, like, the mindless combat? Like, but why is East so much more fun than an Assassin's Creed game? God, Assassin's Creed wishes it had waifus. But that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, like, what's the actual difference? Because the last time I played an Assassin's Creed game, it was kind of insufferable. And I think I know the answer to it, but I was wondering what your opinions on it were. Also, thank God I got some friggin' sessions with him now. Well, can I tell you right now? So the last one I played, right? It was Odyssey. Which, beautiful game. Absolutely beautiful. It was based on Greek, like Greek mythology and culture, right? Beautiful game. Absolutely beautiful. they content lock you out if you're under leveled, and the only way to get properly leveled was by doing every single piece of content or buying a DLC that ups the amount of XP that you receive. They've since patched that shit out, but that's how the game was by default. That is fair. Like, yeah, no, he did point out, he did reach out to him and let him know that happened, so. I just like the way he nonchalantly shows up is more the point, though. Just like, sup. Oh, yeah, no, Black Flag's great. Yeah, no, legitimately. Legitimately, Black Flag is amazing.
しかし、ミラージュに憑依された人間とは、ああも変わってしまうのか。
おっと、紹介しておくぜ。こいつはカイン、俺の相棒だ。で、カイン。
I will say, I love Kane's armor.
いつきと翼ちゃんな。
青いいつきに。
No.
オリベ翼だ。
Thank you for the follow.
君たちの名前はトーマが聞いている。面白い友人だと。
Also, I need to look at the volume for that. I don't know how that was on stream, but whew. Actually, I don't know if you guys heard that or not. Because I think it goes through desktop audio. I think I had that. Oh, nope. Yep. Sweet. Yeah, no, I had desktop audio muted. Ah, that's why I had it muted. There technically... Okay, so there technically is a soundbite that's associated with that. I think I remember why I have my... Because it plays a thing for my desktop audio. And I have that muted because for whatever reason the audio from the game is also looping through that. So if I leave that on, you hear it twice. That was something I needed to figure out when I stopped streaming quite a while ago before I came back. Oh, it's always fun coming back and finding old problems. Oh, gotta love it.
お前がイドラスフィアに入ったって分かったときはゾッとしたぜ。イドラスフィア？今いるこの世界のことだ。マジで心配したんだからな。ごめん。
Yeah, the sad thing is, like, he still plays it for me, so I had, dang, I can't think of his name right now. The guy from the Cathedral Shadows. Like, he was in my ear. It's the clip from, SMT4.
んなことは分かってる。俺はいつきならそうすると思ったから釘を刺したんだ。お前はこういう時平然と無茶するからな。でも今回はさすがに頑張りすぎだぜ。それよりトーマ、どうして黙ってたんだ。こんな危ないことに関わってたなんて。
Yeah, and then he goes like, "Ah, you must be a new user, or a new guest."
ヒーローは正体を隠すものだ。特に親しい友人にはな。
Eventually, we gotta do an SMT4 stream. I was waiting to see if they were ever going to do like a proper like PC version of it, but
だから黙ってた。
when he had his little freak out. Yeah, no, SMT4 is great. Whoa!
すまなかった。いや、謝ることじゃないよ。トーマの気持ちもわかるし。
I ain't gonna lie, like, I like, the new one in 5, but I kind of wish they brought Mito back. Like, especially after they gave him a voice actor. Like, I love his voice actor.
サンキュー、いつき。っていうか、お前もミラージュマスターになっちまったんだな。ミラージュマスターって？カインたちのことをミラージュ
It's like being a persona user, but for
ミラージュと共
Mirages.
に戦う人間をミラージュマスターって言うらしい。
Young man. Young man.
お前落ち着きすぎだろ。
Does it not get as annoying in Japanese? Young man.
そうか。
Young man.
強いな、いつきは。 それじゃ
Oh.
ここで話してても仕方ねえし、さっさとイドラスフィアを出ようぜ。
I don't know. I never really found it that annoying, but I could see how it could get on one's nerves.
何はともあれ、二人が無事でよかった。
No good, very bad time.
災難だったな、翼ちゃん。
けどいつきくんが助けに来てくれた
God,
か
I
ら
remember that wait too.
大丈夫だったってわけね。ま、翼ちゃんにとっちゃヒーローはいつきって決まってるからな。
Did P5 come out in 16 or was it 17? Because I remember... Yeah, like between 15 and 17 was a friggin' wild time for me with gaming. Like, there were so many big games that came out during that period.
そうだよ、トーマ。
Because if I remember correctly, Nier Automata also came out, and I think in either 16 or 17. I remember that game came out of nowhere.
やれやれ、全然わかってねえな。ん？俺、変なこと言ったかな？
気にしなくていいんじゃないかな。
To be booty.
仲いい。いつもこんな
You
感じ
know
なん
it.
だ、この二人。
Oh, that game was
俺が
amazing.
話してた通りだろ。
And then I remember, I think that was also the same year that V3 came out, because I remember I played V3 after I got my wisdom teeth pulled, so I was like strung out on pain meds when I was playing that.
聞いていた通りだな。だが、なぜだかとても懐かしい気になる。
Good times. I think I beat like P5 like 2 or 3 times within the first year it came out. Because I was pretty crazy with shit at that point. Had a lot of free time. Yeah, man. Was there something? Because there was this elevator back here. You didn't have pain meds when you got your wisdom teeth pulled? Fair. I really didn't have too much. I only took them for the first couple days. Just on the off chance. Because I know I was not paying heed to the warnings at all, because you're not supposed to eat anything solid, this, that, and the other. Yeah, no, I was eating solid foods within the first day after I had my teeth pulled. I did not follow the doctor's directions very well at all. Yeah, no, I had to have all 4 of mine removed, though. So it was kind of good time. I took off the week from work, had those removed, played V3. Here's a crazy one. I've still never actually finished Royal. I was doing that playthrough and I made it past the proper end of 5, and I was on to the new content, and it just lost me. Like, the new semester just completely lost me.
これで大玉に戻れるな。
I want to go back and finish it eventually, but oh man, they made it so much easier to. That's one thing I will say. A lot of these Atlas re-releases, they lose the plot in terms of balance. Like, they're a lot more convenient. I like a lot of the stuff that they add, but in terms of difficulty balance, they throw it right out the window, man. Like, I still say original P5 is super well balanced, especially compared to Royal. Okay. I feel like it's the same thing as like when P4 was the main one out and everyone would be like super all over P4. We'll see how it fares historically. Because, yeah, no, like, I feel like all the Persona games after, well, 3 didn't have it as bad. I don't remember people fawning over it as hard. But definitely starting with P4, like, yeah, no, it seemed like whatever was the active game so far has been the one people fawn over the most. No, it's almost the exact same as FF7, though. It's that thing, though, like, everyone played it. You know, everyone played FF7 back in the day, and it's not a bad game, so everyone has a high opinion of FF7. It's the same with P5. Everyone who's into RPGs in the least, and even a lot that haven't at this point, have played P5, and its faults aren't that glaring that people are going to shy away from it, so to them it's the best, you know, RPG ever, because, I mean, it's a really good one. But, like, yeah, no, it does have a lot of problems. I'd say even story-wise, I still think Pancakes is stupid. And that's just a minor gripe. Okay, so how controversial are we getting? Are we talking in terms of story, or are we talking in terms of actual gameplay? And are we talking about, like, OG vanilla P3 and FES without the party control? Or are we talking about Persona 3 Portable and on when they give you party control? Like, which P3 are we fawning over here? Well, I mean, FES, I think, is more or less original, save a couple balancing tweaks.
Huh?
So, okay, so we're talking, like, OG. I don't know, I was always... There she is! There's my girl! But, I was always on the fence about party control with that game. Because I'm not big into messing with the auto command settings and whatnot. Oh yeah, no, reload's so easy. I played that game on its hardest difficulty and no problem. It's brain dead after a while. You see, there's a double reason why I like Kyria. Like, not only do I prefer her out of all the females in this game, also she has Tharja, which was my favorite character out of Awakening. And I actually really love her Mirage design. So she already had a leg up. I ain't gonna lie, it kills me, right? There's a statue of Tharja, right? Where she's, like, leaned over on a stack of books and a table, I think it is, with a skull. I saw that statue at the flea market, but it was missing the frickin' table and the books for her to stand. So it was just the statue, like, just the figure and nothing to lean her on. I'm like, I wanted it. I really did. It just wasn't worth it for just that part. I mean, I will say this. You want to know what the biggest problem? I'm just going to say it. The biggest problem that I've seen with every Persona game after Persona 3, FES, Reload, all of them, any of the numbered entries that came after Persona 3, it seems like they are definitely afraid of letting the characters be characters without the main character being there. Like, we don't get to see a lot of interaction between the teammates in between. You don't get any major plot beats going on throughout the story between the characters when the main character's not there. Like, look at how much stuff was going on in Persona 3 throughout that story, where MC was nowhere to be seen. He wasn't a part of it. He didn't need to be a part of it. You know, like, there was legit character development between a lot of that cast without having to have the main character there to drive things. I mean, yeah, no, it did have a much more mature theme, but, like, unless you're going to go super dark, I can't really fault the rest of the games for not being as dark, because P3, the whole theme was death. Like, unless you're literally going to get into, like, I don't know, like, SA and drugs, like, how much darker are you going to go with a story? So, like, I'm not going to hold that against the other games, but that was the big thing when I was playing Reload. Is that oh my god, like, the storytelling, it feels so much better because that entire cast was given so much more time to breathe and be their own characters. The stuff between Yukari and Karijo and Mitsuru, the stuff with Ken, like, there was so much going on. And, like, yeah, no, was the main character completely uninvolved with those stories? Obviously, he came in at certain parts, but you got to see all those little scenes with all that stuff kind of building over time, with those relationships changing. The whole cast felt like they were real characters, whereas I feel like 4 and 5, nothing was really happening unless the main character was involved. Yeah, it didn't. Dorkun was just there. He wasn't the main focus. Even though he was the main character, he was not the main focus at all times during that game, and that was completely fine. That's the part that kills me about P4 and P5. Like, looking back on it, I want to see a lot more stuff going on with the cast, honestly. Same thing with 5. It just feels very static. I want to see more of your confidence, contacts, social links, whatever. I want to see them more involved with the story outside of those contacts as well. Like, again, like P3, it just feels like the story's so much less integrated with the social link aspect. Whereas 3 was, like, super well woven in. It's like, how did they hit it so hard out of the park first thing? Like, honestly, I'm just gonna say it. If it has to be that the main cast, like your party members, don't all have social links, if that's what it takes, or maybe they're all just tied to an auto social link like it was in 3, where they were all on, I think it was, what, the wild card or the Joker? Either way, like, you know, if it's just they're all on the same one, the full, they were all on the full. Like, if that's what it has to be to make them all, like, their own characters and just having that plot develop as you're going through and you just leave the social links for all the side characters, I'm fine with that. Like, I feel like that's what you're really missing in 4 and 5. And, like, don't get me wrong, yeah, no, 4 is a lot goofier of a game. Let's just throw it out there. Like, the whole theme is lying. It's all about a murder mystery plot. They're basically Scooby-Doo. They lowered down the feel of it. There's not much you can do about that. I will say the beginning of 5 is super dark. Like, with the whole SA storyline and you being, like, oppressed at the school and whatnot. But yeah, no, they kind of got away from that super quick afterwards. So that was my rant on the Persona games.
どうしよう。なんだか頭がドキドキしてきたよ。
いや、翼。普通頭はドキドキしないと思うよ。
Poor Suasa.
しまった。いつきくん、私色紙持ってない。
See, I can't speak on P2 because I haven't played P2 yet. I'm still working on P1. I did the Snow Queen. I did the Snow Queen quest. That's technically the hard part of P1.
あの少年は
キリアさん、行っちゃった。サイン欲しかったな。
サインから離れて、とにかく今はここを出た方がいいかな。
Yeah, I might do 2 on stream when we get to it. 1 is such a weird feeling game to me.
やっと戻ってこれたな。
Like, it's really bare bones. Like, the only reason I feel like I really like P1, weirdly enough, is because I like 90s school anime. And there was enough there that kind of reminded me of it, at least in the Snow Queen quest, that kind of kept me going with it. Now, main game, we'll see.
とりあえず2人ともお疲れさん。
I don't know, I've always been interested in the plot because I've managed to avoid spoilers for P2 in terms of, like, what the actual story is.
まったくだよ。ああ、疲れた。
終わったようね、トーマくん。
I could kind of see that. Because I do remember the game was delayed quite a bit. And it changed a lot from what we saw from the earlier, like, previews and whatnot. So, like, I could see that. But it's also one of those things, like I said, like, how much darker are you really going to get? Like I said, like, the only way you could really go darker to me than P3, one of the things was SA. You started off with SA. Like, where are you going to go from there? You blew your load at the start, basically, to make the game seem oppressive, and it worked. Oh, God. Yeah, versus third. This might be controversial, but I still bemoan that we never actually got a game that matched the vibe of Versus 13. Like, I know a lot of people liked FF15 when we finally got it, but it didn't feel like those old concept videos, you know? Like, I still bemoan that we never got a game that actually felt or looked like Versus 13. Like, I have a lot of misgivings with Nomura, but, man, those concept videos, holy shit, he was cooking. Like, they were just bleeding edge, like, mid-2010s anime cool.
青い月と織部翼。俺の。
はい、織部翼です。
青い月です。
I know my girlfriend's a big fan of it. I got a decent ways into it and never finished. It's one of those games that I've convinced myself. It's on the long list of, you know, games that I will go back to that just never quite, you know, manifested. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about 16, honestly, which I'm super upset about because I really like the vibe of 16. But after a while, I just kind of lost interest. I did it back in the day, so I was on PS4. I do have the Windows version now, which is part of the reason why I think I might go back to it, because I think you can play it on the Steam Deck. And that's one of those games I feel like I can make a lot more progress if I can play on the deck in between playing on that and the PC. Because I ain't gonna lie, too, that's the other problem. Like, you know, I'm 32 now, you know, seriously dating for the first time in quite a while, and busy with work and stuff with my family, so it's like a lot of my gaming time has shifted from me being able to sit in front of a couch to me on a handheld when I get some time here and there. So that really has changed, you know, what types of games and how I'm playing them, you know? Like I said, I'm playing like Monstrum Nox right now. For the majority of it, I'm actually playing on the deck. And then maybe in between times, I'll get like an hour or two here or there where I get to sit down in front of the PC and actually play it on like full settings and whatnot. And that's not bad at all. It's just, you know, changing times, right?
ミラージュによる事件は公にはなっていないけれどたびたび起こっているわ。こけら落とし消失事件。あの事件のこと。もちろんあなたは知っているでしょ?
Well, I'm all for funny costumes. It's still kind of crazy though, if it's still that heavy on the Steam Deck. I mean, that game was from like, what, 20... I think it was around the same time, 2016? So it's still kind of crazy that that thing's so heavy on the deck.
私たちもまだ彼らの正体をつかめていないわ。ただ、イドラスフィアと呼ばれる空間に潜み、人間たちに害をなす存在ということは確かよ。彼らは物理法則から外れた存在。兵器などの手段で駆逐することはできない。
Yeah, that's another one. I still need to play the second part of the Final Fantasy VII remake.
ミラージュを倒せるのはミラージュの力だけ。
さっき俺たちに協力してくれたクロムとシーダ
Still need to do Rebirth, still need to do freaking, still need to do Final Fantasy 13. Although I think I'm gonna do 13 on the stream eventually.
そう、一部のミラージュは特殊な才能を持つ人間に感応し力を貸してくれる。協力者となったミラージュの力で人類の天敵に対抗し得るもの。
I'm pretty sure Jasmine would be all for that. I think those are the types of costumes she would want to run around in.
私たちはミラージュの起こす事件を収めるため常にマスターの力を必要としている。けどマスターの素質を持つ者はあまりにも少ないの。
翼
That's kind of how I feel about modding in general, honestly. Like, if you've ever been on Nexus mods, especially for like Fallout or like Elder Scrolls or something, like you'll find maybe like one decent mod underneath like 10 not safe for work / exactly what you expect mods. Also, yeah, no, notice Ripper, I have not touched FF13 anytime, you know, within the last couple months. It's gonna be a while. If I can get back to the point where I can stream more consistently, more than just, you know, one day a week, yeah, no, I will consider doing something like FF13. I don't think one day a week is going to get me much far into FF13.
なるほどね。あなた、オリベアヤハの妹でしょ?
Just so I know.
なんでそれを？
私たちはあなたのことを5年前から知っている。もっともこんな形で翼ちゃんに関わることになるとは思ってもみなかったけど。5年前のコケラ落とし消失事件でオリベアヤハは公演を見に来ていた翼ちゃんの目の前で消えてしまった。
はい。
ミラージュマスターとして活動すれ
Some
ば手がかりが
caveats.
つかめるかもしれない。
How big are those
そう考えたわけ
caveats?
ね。
私ずっとお姉ちゃんのこと探してて、オーディションを受けたのも芸能界に入れば何かがわかるかもって思って、もしお姉ちゃんの手がかりが見つけられるなら私ミラージュマスターになります。なりたいです。
わかったわ。翼ちゃん、これからよろしくね。
I also love Mako, by the way.
ありがとうございます。
いつきくんはどうかしら？
Yeah, sure, why not?
わかりました。俺に。
いつきくん。
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, Steam Deck's been a friggin' like godsend for gaming in general. Like, I get it, not everything works well on it. Like, yeah, no, the UI resolution thing, that might honestly be enough to keep me off of it. We'll see. But Steam Deck's been a freaking godsend, man.
いつきくん、私名前で呼ばれる方がフレンドリーで好きなの。はい、もう一回。
はあ、よろしくお願いします。マイコさん。
I feel like Itsuki's character a lot of time is just idle face.
いつきくん、本当にいいの？
He really does look slightly miffed, doesn't he?
翼だけに危険なことをやらせるわけにはいかないからな。
ありがとう。いつきくんが一緒にいてくれるだけで私頑張れるよ。
おい、俺もいるんですけど、もしかしてお邪魔だった？
You are definitely the third wheel.
そんなことないよ。トーマくんを頼りにしてるよ。
仲いいわね、あなたたち。
マイコさんもあと10歳若ければ混ざれたんすけどね。
トーマくん、 後で舞子さんとじっくりお話ししましょうか。あなたの未来について。
Yeah, certain things I refuse to dock my deck for. Like, I will definitely play with the deck while docked, but something like FF15, heck no. Yeah, no. If I want to play it on a bigger screen, I'll just pull it up on my PC. Same with East, honestly. Like, even Monstrum Nox, I'll pull it up on my PC before I'd even think about docking it.
いや迷子さん、アジトってあれは。
それじゃあ私はちょっと寄っていくところがあるからまた後でね。
仕方ねえな。
I will say, it has been super nice. Like, me and my girlfriend have been playing Stardew Valley co-op on deck. So I'll be playing docked and she'll be on handheld. I'm still amazed I can actually push that thing to, like, 4K. Like, even in something, like, low power, like, Stardew. Like, that's crazy to me. That little handheld like that can now put a game at 4K. Yes. Always save. ABS. Always be saving. Gotta fill up that trophy wall. Responsible adult? Who's that? I've never met responsible adult before. When did he arrive? But yeah, no, I definitely want to play 15 again. But that's probably going to be a me and Jasmine game. Because I know she really loves Gladius. So she'll probably want to watch that, honestly. Maybe I can find some way to have the... I could probably... Honestly, might be able to use the Steam Deck to Steam Link it to my TV out in the living room. Play it there. That's something I haven't used too much is the Steam Link capabilities.
みたいというか、そのものズバリ。フォルトナエンターテイメントって聞いたことがないか？
知ってる。キリアが所属する芸能事務所。
うん。さすが翼じゃん。でここがそのフォルト。へ
え、本当？なんで私そんな場所に連れてこられたの？
I mean, I'm surprised you didn't figure out that it was their office before, considering her merch is everywhere.
表の顔は芸能事務所、裏の顔はミラージュ事件の調査隊。それが俺たちフォルトナエンターテイメントなんだよ。で、二人には教えてなかったけど、俺がお世話になってる芸能事務所ってわけだ。
どうして教えてくれなかったの？
そうだよ。そんな組織に入ってるのを隠すなんて水臭いじゃないか。
キリアと同じ事務所だって教えてくれたら絶対にサインもらってって。
And that's exactly why he didn't tell you.
そっち？
というか、翼ちゃんのそういう反応が予想できたから教えなかったんだよ。
Exactly.
それよりトーマくん、キリアはどこにいるのかな？
ここにはいないぜ。
どうして？
Because she knew you were coming.
キリアさんが仕事だよ。
Pretty much.
ただでさえ忙しいのに、今はライブも控えてんな。
I mean, I can't blame her.
それこそ分刻みのスケジュール。俺ですらキリアさんの顔見んの超久しぶりだったんだぜ。 翼ちゃん。
Tsubasa.
何してるんだ？
キリアがいた空気を吸い込んでます。これがキリアが吸った空気。
ABS, always be
幸
simping.
せ。
Always be simping.
そうだ。二人に会ってほしい人がいる。
会ってほしい人？
うん。あのドアの向こうにな。
Step into the velvet room.
ほら、翼ちゃんもいつまでもトリップしてねえで。
もう少しこの空気を。
I'm not done breathing Kyria air. It's time for everyone's favorite 1,000-year-old dragon loli.
何ここ。
ビルの中にこんな場所が。
驚いたろ。ここは俺たちミラージュマスターや高いパフォーマーを持つ選ばれし者だけが入れる特別な場所なんだぜ。
この空間、何か懐かしい感じがするな。
ええ、私もよ。なぜかしらね。
シーダ、今までどこにいたの？
どこって、翼ちゃんと一緒にいたぜ。ただ見えなかっただけだ。このブルームパレスでなら実体化できるんだよ。おい、チキ。
あ、トーマお兄ちゃん。
It's Tomani-chan.
この子はどこか
確かに驚いたよ。まさかトーマくんが年下の女の子にお兄ちゃんって言わせて。あれ、この子どこかで見たこと。
I like that that's the first thing she picks up on.
あ、そうだ、チキだよ。ウタロイドのチキ。ウタロが実在してる。
ナイスなリアクションあんがとさん。というか変な容疑をかけないで最初からそっちに
Of course she did. The only thing she would recognize fast from that is that Kyria was in the
ウタロ
room.
ってのは仮の姿。チキの正体はミラージュだ。
ブルームパレスにようこそ。待ってたよ、お兄ちゃん。
俺もお兄ちゃん？
お兄ちゃんって呼んじゃダメ？
Oh my. Sure.
別に構わないよ。
やった、ありがとうお兄ちゃん。
お礼を言われること
You
じゃな
know
いっ
this
て。
is someone's fetish.
それより翼の危険を教えてくれてありがとう。
私はそれくらいしかできないから。本当は私自身が助けに行ければいいんだけど。
それってどういう意味？
私は他のみんなとちょっと違ってブルーム。そんなことよりお兄ちゃん、クドムとシーダの記憶は？二人は記憶ある？
Absolutely not.
クロムもシーダも自分がなぜここにいるのかわからないって記憶を失ってるみたいだったんだ。
Nah. They knew what they were doing. They knew exactly what they were doing.
やっぱり。
もしかしてチキも記憶が？
理由はわからないけど、ミラージュはみんな記憶が曖昧になっちゃってるみたい。
それはきっと不安だよね。
配してくれてありがとうお兄ちゃん。クロムとシーダが見つかって、お兄ちゃんと翼お姉ちゃんはいい人そうで。
Hey, can I get my upgrades now? I think that's what she does, right? If I remember correctly.
シキちゃん、なんていい子。私毎日遊びに来るからね。ありがとう翼お姉ちゃん。
I mean, you're gonna be at the office every day creeping on Curia already, so why not check up on the little girl?
自己紹介も済んだことだし、チキ、そろそろユニティの説明頼む。
ユニティ？
お兄ちゃん、パフォーマー持ってるよね。あのね、パフォーマーっていうのは人の
Oh,
心に
absolutely
宿る
not.
表現力の結晶なの。
Listen, this game is supposed to be the ultimate love letter to Japanese culture and entertainment. An adult Dragon Girl would not make much sense. You need a child.
そんなパフォーマーを人間やミラージュに合体させて新しい才能を開かせてあげる儀式、それがユニティだよ。
新しい才能？
簡単に言えば
Listen, they know what they're doing, okay? Like, it's one of those things. What are you gonna say? It's Japan.
ここでユニティの儀式ができるんだ。
The grass is green, the sky is blue, and the Japanese Dragon Girl is actually 1,000 years old. And also an infant.
ねえねえお兄ちゃん、早速私と一緒にユニティしよう。
And I'm gonna perform Unity. Wait, what?
パフォーマーが集まるミラクルステージ、ブルームパレスへ
I
よ。
gotta perform Unity with the little dragon girl. Oh my.
カルネージユニティって言うんだよ。
We've done our job. There's one version of this character if it's not questionable.
新しいユニティ忘れずにチェックしてね。
As for that one, we need an iron sword.
これでいい？それじゃあユニティする。いくよ。カルネージユニティ。
クロム、俺に力を貸してくれ。
今作ったか。
Yes. Yes, I do. Yeah. Because, see, that's my problem with a lot of the characters in this game is, I don't know, I feel like it should have been showing that character that he started off as his awakening more. I don't know, it just feels very disjointed in terms of, like,
次は何？
the Fire Emblem stuff, and the SMT stuff's almost non-existent.
私にできることはこれくらいだけど。よ
頼りにしてるよ、チキ。
かった。私いっぱい頑張るね。
Yeah, no, I really do love Awakening, though. It's such a great game. Yeah. They are characters, but they're not.
マイコさん帰ってきたみたいだな。話があるから事務所に戻ってこいってさ。
もう帰っちゃうの？
ごめん。でも必ずまた来るから。
私もまた絶対に来るからね。うん、楽しみにしてる。またね。
またね。 I mean, I guess that makes sense. But like Crom, like I said, like I don't know if I really like him being this cool, calm, and collected when his main character in the game at the start, like his game is, you know, more of a doofus-ish. For lack of a better word, like a lovable fool, kinda.
やっほー。マイコさん、人が悪いです。なんで芸能事務所のことを教えてくれなかったんですか。
Yeah.
まあまあ、いろんなこといっぺんに伝えて混乱させるのも悪いかなって思って。それより翼ちゃんのレッスン予約入れてきたわよ。
レッスン？
うん、ダンスと歌をね。翼ちゃんはアイドルとしてデビューさせることに決めちゃったから。正統派の清純派アイドルね。
でもそんな急に。
慣れろ翼ちゃん。舞子さんのプロデュースの仕方はいつも
事件のことは
You know, we're just gonna throw you out on a stage. Better get training.
残念ながら事件はいつ起こるかわからないのよね。だからとりあえずレッスンしましょう。翼ちゃんはアイドルいけると思うのよね。なんたって舞子さんがビビビってきちゃったんだから。うちの事務所でアイドルとして活動してたら、
Well enough, I kind of
キリアに
felt.
会える機会だって増えるわよ。
Accidentally hit my little lever on the chair. Funnily enough, I kind of felt the same way. Oh, dang it. I can remember her alternate form's name. Genocide Jill. Toko Fukawa. I felt the same way about her in Ultra Despair Girls. I feel like her character was so much better in that game. Actually having someone that she like got along with instead of just fawning over the one dude.
やります。
即答か。
Since we were just talking about that game earlier.
ちなみに歌とダンスのレッスン、いつきくんも一緒に受けてくるのよ。
え、俺もですか？
うん。芸能の能力を高めることはミラージュマスターの能力を高めることにもつな
You're
が
not
る
gonna
から。
do anything.
いつきくんにも意味があるのよ。
それはどういうことですか？
ミラージュマスターとしての強さはエンターテイナーとしての力に依存するのよ。
エンターテイナーとしての力に。
そもそも芸能はね、神事のための舞を源としているの。演者の身に神の力を下ろす、いわゆる神下ろしを目的としていたから。
神の力を身に下ろす。ひょっとしてミラージュマスター？
ええ。マスターがミラージュの力を使う原理は能の神下ろしに通じるものがあるの。だから、
Like honestly, that's a lot in terms of like the actual story. That's a lot of what I loved about the story of that game
神下ろし、
was giving
ミ
her
ラ
a
ージュ
lot
の
more
力を使
character.
う技術が高まるってわけ。
簡単に言っちまえばエンターテイナーとしてすごいやつはマスターとしても強いってことだ。
私たちが表向き芸能事務所をやってるのも伊達や水郷じゃないのよ。ま、とにかくもうレッスンの予約2人分入れちゃったし、人生何事初レッスン頑張ってきてね。
I didn't sign up for this.
いつき、翼ちゃん、骨は拾ってやるぞ。
なんで七に赴く兵士を見送るような言い方？
それは明日渋谷のレッスン場に行ってからのお楽しみ。フルコース頼んであるから期待してなさい。それじゃ、
Oh
今
boy.
日は解散。
I think I remember because this is the dance instructor, right? So was his name Barry? Pretty much. Let's go to Shibuya. Won't be able to go too much longer. I gotta start getting dinner ready. Am I getting dinner ready? I mean, I actually have to figure out what the heck we're gonna have for dinner tonight. Shannon, my girl gets off in like 45 minutes. So I gotta figure out something in that time for dinner. That's gonna be fun. See, that's gonna be the real trick. I have a feeling as late as it is, it might be to order. But I gotta see what we have laying around. Because I did not thaw out anything. And I gotta check in with my mother because we had a big-ish lunch. So I'm not sure if she's gonna want anything. So if she doesn't, that's gonna be an even, you know, trickier one. Because obviously I'm not gonna be making as much. And we normally buy with the mindset that we're feeding 3 people. They do. Like I said, it's mainly going to be how many of us are eating. But before we even think about ending for today, let's go see our most overt SMT reference. The Hee-Ho Mart. I'm trying to think if there's many other, like, overt references, like, in-your-face references to SMT besides the Hee-Ho Mart. Because I can't remember if there are, honestly. Is it? That one I never noticed. So, every shop? Obviously, this one's obvious. Oh, yeah. No, you're right. Farabia. Yep. Okay, yeah, no, fair. Those just went over my head the first time I played. To be fair, though, God, when did this game come out? It was 2015. What did I play? I'm legitimately, at this point, the only SMT game I may have beaten was, Persona 4. That might have been the only one at this point. That's kind of crazy to think that was that far back. So yeah, no. They probably all would have gone over my head at that point. God, it's hard to think. Like, God, think about it. That was 10 years ago. Holy shit. Yeah, no, because I started working in 2012. I've been there for 13 years. God, I'm old. Holy crap. That's just crazy, honestly. Oh. It's kind of nostalgic, though, honestly, going back to play this. Because, yeah, no, like I said, like, I played it a little bit when it came out on Switch. Because I thought I was going to get back into it. Because I remember when I got it on Wii U, I blazed through the game. Like, I super enjoyed my time with it. But, yeah, no. That's crazy. Fucking 10 years. What happened to us all? Alright. Like I said, I think I gotta go be responsible and go figure out my dinner situation. So yeah, no. Should be on again next Sunday. As we're getting more consistent with this again, I'm gonna see about trying to slip on here and there, but Sunday's probably gonna be the only day I can be on consistently. So, we'll see where we can keep going from there. Exist Without Saving, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you for hanging out with us. It's been a great time talking with you. Obviously, Siri, thank you for hanging out with us as well. And Phoenix, if you're still there working out, thank you, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's always a fun one. We're both horrible at making decisions like that. Like, every day when we go to lunch, it's, well, what do you want to do for lunch? Oh, I don't know. Is there anything you're feeling or not feeling? I don't know. I'm cool with whatever. And then we just sit there for like 3 or 4 minutes out of our lunch, just like not coming up with an answer. So yeah, no, like honestly, I might just text her and be like, hey, is there anything you don't want? And then just like make a decision. Once I figure out what we have. Figure out if I need to go anywhere. But yeah, no, like I said, I should be back on next Sunday. Same time. Ooh. Taco Bell doesn't sound bad. I do have a Mexican place across the street, but Taco Bell doesn't sound bad. We'll see. We'll see what we end up doing. But yes, thank you all for hanging out again. Till next time, be safe, take it easy, don't work too hard. I hope you all have a good week. See you next Sunday. Peace out, y'all.